Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building. Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award-winning. These niggas fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a ding. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the
Shakedown.
shakedown.
Let's go.
Go back the way, kick Dingbat here. Welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast with Philly 500 and Joeyshakes. Joey, what is happening, my man? What is going on?
It's been a tough week for me. But
Tough week.
It's been a crazy week this week with camp and with some everyday life stuff. It's been kind of nuts. But yeah, we're here, man. This is our second stream of the season now, and we got training camp underway now. Within a week of camp here. Very excited.
Yeah. It's great. Steven, what's going on? Nick, what's up? Philly 600, what's going on? Scotty Gaming Productions, Lil David, Carlos, 218, Casper, K Chanel, Eric, Smoke, 41-33, Toryville, Rufus. Anybody I missed? I see people are still piling in. Jada Dogs, Scraps. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, week one of camp is over. I mean, only 3 practices in. But we started the whole thing really with the signing of Jalen Carter. I don't think we got a chance to talk about that, but what were your thoughts? How were you feeling about that whole situation?
Yeah, I was wondering when they were going to do this, whether it was before training camp or maybe they want to wait a year because maybe they felt like he had to prove himself because he missed, he had that shoulder cleanup that he needed last year. I mean, I'm happy with it because I know the price of DTs are going to be up, and obviously they're paying him because they know they're paying him for what they know he's going to do this year. And it's supposed to be a superstar year this year. So, yeah. I mean, highest paid. I mean, kind of surprised, but kind of not. The Eagles have done pretty well towards their players. You got 2 top 5 DTs now that are getting paid in the league, and that price could go up to 40, 45 million, maybe even 50 million. I mean, you saw some of the DTs that have been signed already. Okay. And obviously the newest one was Vita Vea from Tampa Bay. And he asked for a trade. Never mind what he's going to get when he signs to another team. You got Jeffrey Simmons making 35 billion. So the Eagles must feel really good about Jalen Carter. And I'm glad because we've seen what he is when he's 100% healthy. And I think that's what we're going to get. So
absolutely. I was happy, dude, because I was sick of going on the Cilio show every week and asking, trying to answer when they're going to sign Jalen Carter. When they're going to sign Jalen Carter? I said during camp, they'll sign him, and boom, they did. But here's the thing: is people flipped out about it. Like a lot of people weren't happy, but I think a lot of minds have changed when we started to see this. Jalen Carter's cap hit on the new 4-year, $152 million extension. 2026, $9.1 million. 2027, $9.5 million. 2028, $15.5 million. 2029, $22.2 million. 2030, $29.4. 2031, $26.2. And then the 2032 is a $68 million, but it's a void year.
Yeah.
His cap won't be higher than $15.5 million until 2029. Okay. This is why the league hates the Eagles. One of the reasons, because the Eagles and the owner are willing to pay upfront money. I think 60 or 70% of his contract is in the first few years of the guaranteed money he's getting.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they pay the upfront guaranteed money, they paid upfront a lot of it, and then they get deals like this. And teams don't like it. Owners don't like it because it forces money out of their pocket. But Jeffrey Lurie's willing to play that game. I mean, how people say, well, how are you going to sign Cooper DeJean and Q and all these guys? Look at the cap hits. Which cap hit here is going to affect those guys to not be signed?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's some contracts to look at too, because like Denzel Ward from the Browns, he just got paid the highest. I think it was like a 2-year, $60-something million contract. So he got paid like I think his second time as the highest paid cornerback in the league. So I mean, yeah, you got to pay attention to the other contracts, but everyone's acting like we're doing it to everybody else. I mean, what about us in this edge rushing position? Like we can't even, signing a guy over 30 million. It's just not the works for us. But until we actually find a guy where we could get him in a good trade where we're not giving up that much and spreading out those cap hits pretty evenly, we just when the time is right, Howie pounces on the moment. So,
well, I think that's also why you like to stick with your own players.
Yeah,
and Tortorville brings this up. We might have to start talking about spending cash to extend Jalen Hunt. Everyone is only talking about Cooper and Q going forward, but Hunt is becoming legit. Hunt was one of the most impressive guys this week in camp.
Yes.
He was absolutely fantastic from everything I heard. And yeah, I mean, we had high expectations for him, but I mean, look, if they extend him, which they're going to probably have to do, he's going to set it up like with what he's going to get $9 million cap hit, $9 million. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not worried about that because Howie will make it work. He always does.
That's true.
Kyle, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it. Last time I saw an elite edge win a Super Bowl was Von Miller. Last 10 years of winning Super Bowls: Chris Jones, Fletcher Cox, Aaron Donald, Jalen Carter. Yeah, well, I think Howie and the Eagles are very good at this. They're very good at saying, all right, here's the trends in the NFL, right? The trend is to pay the edge rushers $40-50 million. Remember even the running back. Remember when it was like nobody wanted to pay a running back. And then what did Howie do? He went and paid a running back. Now running backs are starting to get paid again. But like we set the trends. So what Howie's doing is he's saying, I'm not going to pay $50 million unless it's a Myles Garrett, to an elite pass rusher. I'm going to spend the money on my defensive tackles, make the interior so good, and then I can get multiple guys, young guys, and then win with a rotation that maybe I don't have guy with 15 or 18 sacks, but I have 2-3 guys with 8 and 9 sacks. And that's how they're doing it. And I think you're going to see over the course of the next few years, the rest of the league try to catch up to what the Eagles are doing.
Agreed. I agree.
And that's what Howie does, Hector, what's going on, my man? How are you?
What's up, Heck?
So like they start off with Carter signing, then we go into camp, and clearly, the first couple days, like, first of all, I don't know if you saw, and I don't have it queued up, but I don't know if you saw Elliott Shore-Parks today talking about we need to make a trade, the offense is in trouble, basically panicking. It's like day 3 of camp. You have had no pads on, and I don't know why anybody thought the offense would be on the par with the defense. We talked about it's going to take time for the offense to get going. It's a brand new offense.
This fucking guy put stats up for Jalen Hurts. Not even like, I think today wasn't today the first day they were actually in red zone today. Like they were actually doing red zone drills offensively. Yeah. So it's like he's got statistic. He does this shit every single year. That's just what it is. Unfortunately.
I talk about it. I joke about it because I think it's so ridiculous and funny.
No, but like the one thing I can agree with right now is that like today the offense was horrible. And look, you're facing a top defense right now that already has a foundation. It has been building the last few years. You know what I mean? So it's like iron sharpens iron at the end of the day. The Eagles are learning a new scheme. The players are embracing that. And it's going to take a lot of time. This is not, you know what I mean? Like this isn't going to take a week. This might take 3 weeks. It might take, it's going to take a little bit. And then we get into joint practice. Then we have some preseason games to see how everything looks. But it's no joke. This, when it's brand new, that's why, dude, I'm telling you, we talked about it last week. They have got to play guys in preseason. they cannot do this.
No, I mean, I totally agree with you. Like you've got to play guys in preseason. They need all the reps that they can get. you know, but I'm not disheartened at all by the offense, to be quite honest with you. That I actually, I mean, I think we expected them to be behind. We knew this was going to happen. So this isn't a surprise. But the best news that I think people should look at when they look at the offense right now and why there's reason for such hope, this offensive line looks a lot healthier than some of us thought or was going to look. Landon Dickerson came in. He looks thinner. He's moving well. They all feel much better. It looks like this offensive line is relatively healthy. And I think that's the biggest thing. Because none of these moves work. It doesn't matter the coordinator, doesn't matter the quarterback, doesn't matter what weapons you have or the best play calling you have. If those two guys aren't healthy, it's going to be a rough time. I mean, Dickerson even said today, like, the report of him contemplating on retirement, when we got that report, that was false. So somebody made that up. And then, you know, after he got hurt in that open practice last year, then he had the surgery in August, right? He went to that first game injured. I mean, we knew it. We knew something was wrong. We said he shouldn't play. We were saying it. I mean, why is it that this is my issue with like Patullo and the offensive coordinator and some of the coaching offensively? How come we could be sitting here telling you he shouldn't play, and then a year later he's saying he shouldn't play? How come it is that when we watch the games, everybody's calling out the plays, but you know, then you ask Patullo during a press conference, well, we were just running the ball to run the ball. Like, you're dealing with idiots sometimes. I hate to say it. And I don't think, and I'm not saying it at Nick. I'm saying it more at Kevin Patullo last year. But, like, this guy should never have played for at least 3 weeks. He was hurt all year. So it's a different ball game now, you know?
And I talked about, you know, like when the Eagles took like, you know, 10 days to, you know, get to the line, snap the fucking ball. How many times we watched these games last year? And they take their sweet ass time. On top of the bad play calling where these defenses are dissecting every little thing that we're doing offensively. Okay. Dickerson actually said like they're getting to the snap, and that's it. Like, they're rushing to the ball out of the huddle. They're getting to the snap fast, which is great, and they're getting the play done. And that's what was happening throughout this week as well, which is good. So we know at least that part of it's changing, because that really pissed me off. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hear you. Ravego says starters have to play in preseason. I mean, I would think at least a little bit. You know,
series, something.
Jolo says 500. Joey, will another move at safety put this defense at? I think they're already elite without safety. But yeah, I mean, it could take them over the top. I just think that we're going to have to wait and see, because I think they're going to want to see how things look the first few weeks, and then they make a move from there. You know, but I think they're going to be really good on defense.
Too early to tell right now. Yeah.
Yeah. The offense will start slow, then we'll be clicking. Yeah, I mean, it's just not. It's not a surprise. AT says the defense will carry us like it's December early, and offense will click by week 4. Yeah, totally agree. Totally. I mean, that's what I expect. And if you get your offensive line healthy, and if your run game is clicking right to go along with an elite defense, holding on leads, being able to run the ball, then you know what? The offense will be fine, and they'll get going. I do think there were good things that we did see. DeVonta Smith looks like an absolute beast. He was all over the field. Dontavian Wicks had a really nice catch. Darius Cooper has been like really good, dude.
Yeah.
You know? And then they talk about just some of the plays that they're running, how different it is and how refreshing it is, and Hurts under center. They run play action. You know, what I really like that I've heard is that they're rolling him out. How many times did we say, why don't they ever roll Hurts out? You know, and it's like they're rolling him out now. They're doing things with him. And if you add the short passing game into his repertoire, I think you'll be fine. I think the offense will be fine.
And I think everybody was getting nervous today because they showed like there were some plays out of shotgun where, you know, you might do some RPOs, you might have some keepers, you might do. I think like the play calling is not going to be like elite, but in the beginning, because I think it has to grow. But I think as over time, like I think you're going to, I think like gonna fake some teams out, and then you're really gonna test the defense and their vision to see, where the ball is. And I think, Hurts might have some good rushing yards. They're gonna use his legs. They're not gonna kind of handicap him in the pocket anymore.
That's what Mannion said. Mannion said he's gonna use his legs.
Yeah.
And did you see Hurts looks fast? Like he looks like he came in really thinner and fast. I haven't seen him that fast since 23, dude. Maybe 22.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, I think there's some good things to be excited about. And then you listen. I'm thinking like I was like, okay, the defense won the day. The offense, they're working on things, but there's some positive signs. And I hear ESP talking. I'm like, man, this guy just depressed me. This is such bullcrap.
Yeah.
500. You see that Wicks diving catch? I saw the Wicks grab, yeah, and then I saw the Darius Cooper one. Makuba looked good today. Even was it McWilliams? Right, he looked good today. Trotter has looked really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
The defense looks impressive, and I think it starts with the fact that Jalen Carter is in great shape and healthy. Jordan Davis in great shape and healthy. Jalen Hunt, he's ready to take the next step. We haven't heard anything about Nolan. Now, Nolan Smith, I've heard nothing on Nolan Smith.
I don't know, dude. I wonder if they're gonna revert his 5th-year option at some point. Because what if he does nothing this year? I don't know.
I think he could be trade bait, dude. One of the bad news is, and I forgot to talk about it, but no practice tomorrow. The Eagles have an off day, so there's no practice tomorrow. But the Jonathan Grenard thing. So we go to camp and nobody was really expecting him to go on the PUP list, and it sounds like he's going to miss most of camp. And they really wanted him to do things he's never done before. So now he's behind the 8 ball. What's your concern level with that whole situation?
Yeah, it sucks because it's the one guy that needs to work out. That's why you paid him, that's why you traded for him and paid him. He's supposed to be that impact edge rusher, hence why we're back to square one now. But I mean, he has a strained muscle. So from it must have happened from lifting or something like that. So he'll miss time, but I don't think Fangio is worried about, he'll at least if he gets a couple weeks in before the season starts. I mean, look, he's got a skill set. The guy could pass rush, even if they're putting him in situations where he hasn't done since college, from what I'm hearing. That he's what he could do there, and I think he'll be ready. If it takes a week or two, it's fine. But I'm not really. He's a veteran. He'll be fine by the end of training camp, and we'll be back. So.
Yeah, I just worry about the new stuff they're asking him. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. But I mean, we'll see. Scrap says our defense has great backups. It does. It does. I think the defense is loaded, man. I do. David says, is Max Crosby in or out of the picture? I think that he could be back in with the Grenard injury. If you look at Jalen Hunt, and Jalen Hunt is developing, and the Eagles are going, okay, look, we're going to have to pay Jalen Hunt. Okay, we're going to have to give him a contract extension. Are you not giving him the extension and the money that you're giving him? Is that not the money that was allocated for Nolan Smith? That you thought you were going to pay Nolan Smith? Is Jalen Hunt getting that bag? Because if he is, then Nolan Smith might get traded.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just comes down to trade compensation because you have no extra picks besides a 5th rounder next year, and then you have the 28 first rounders. So I don't think they're giving up. Look, it's not going to be 2 first-round picks because obviously the Raiders lost leverage when the Ravens trade backfired on them. So they can't be asking for that much, but a first-round pick has got to be involved, and I don't know if they're giving away next year's first. So we'll see what happens, but it's a tough one for me to do right now.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I know the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys may be interested in him, but we'll see. Linda Washington Bluebell, thank you so much for the super chat. 1,000 joules, cheers. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Very generous of you. Is Smitty still the Slim Reaper, or is he bulked up too much on Wawa? No, I mean he has bulked up, but he's still thin, dude. He's still Slim Reaper. I think.
Still good. Yeah, no, he looks great.
No, he'll be fine. Any concerns about Lemon? Some people say he's not looking ready. Yeah, I have zero concerns about Lemon at this point. I mean, how could people possibly know if he looks ready when they're basically? I mean, they're not even in pads. I've seen nothing wrong from what I've seen of Lemon, but the only things I've seen is him running drills. So when they're running footwork drills and they're running like little slants, you can't tell. We won't know till game time.
He was asking today to put more on his plate. Like he wants to gain trust of the offense. He wants more on his plate. He thinks he could handle more. We know as even the number 3, he's going to be the earlier option because the wide receiver 3 is going to be heavily involved. It's not going to be fully on the outside guys at times. Yeah. So I think like I said, it's too early, man. Like they got a gel bore. They don't have full pads on yet. We haven't gotten to a game-like situation with him yet, at least a preseason game or something, or joint practice where you're at least facing somebody on another team yet. So, like I said, everything that we're talking about now, like whatever the negatives are, they probably will turn to positives because it's just very early. That's it. I don't even want to I don't even want to listen to this at all. I don't even want to listen. I might just put some earmuffs on.
Earmuffs. I'll say earmuffs when you need to cover up. Bumper man, you're such a fucking downer, dude. I'm serious, man. If we were wrestling, I would stone cold stun you. Oh, Pumpers, thank you for the super chat, my man. Says practice is 0 touchdown, fellas. All that smiling from Jalen has backfired. Gonna be a long year, guys. Saquon better get ready to carry the backpack. Oh my God. Dude, come on. It's day 3. Way out there for thank you for the super chat. Nolan can be the next BG. He can, yeah. I'm not saying giving up. I'm not saying give up on Nolan Smith, but I am curious, like if you do decide, hey, we got to pay Jalen Hunt, what do you pay both of those guys? Can they do that? Would they want to do it? I
don't know. The first thing Nolan Smith needs to do is stay healthy for a year. That would be nice. I mean, that's what's, I think, hindering him the most. I think we would at least see something a little bit better from him if he stays healthy. Because, what's going to happen is he'll have some mediocre seasons or like a mid-tier season where his pressure rate's up, his sack numbers aren't up the next couple of years, and then there's going to be another team that's going to swoop in, give him more than that he's even capable of making, that he shouldn't be making, and the Eagles are going to back out of it. That's pretty much what's going to happen if he doesn't get his play up. I mean, if Nolan Smith's has a good year this year, then it's going to be really tough to see.
What if they both just go out and just kill it? I mean, you got to sign them both. It's crazy.
But the Eagles, how can they do that?
Yeah, it's crazy. Hector says Philly Cherry Jones is 19,902. He just turned 19,903. It's his birthday today. 19,904 years old. Happy birthday, Jerry Jones. Gonna hit 20,000, baby. What up, Barbie Doll Princess of YouTube? Nobody has gotten Crosby yet. He's still with the Raiders. I don't know what the situation. I don't even know. Is he even practicing? I have no idea if he's even practicing or he's, unable to perform. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
We need to train Lane Johnson before it's too late.
Why?
It's too late now. You're better off what are you going to get for Lane Johnson right now? Not much. You're better off just keeping him at this point.
Yeah, you have nobody ready to take that spot. I mean, I don't even I'm trying to the one thing I want to see about this offensive line, besides we were talking about Dickerson and Juergens, is what's going on with Markel Bell? We need to see some of these other offensive linemen. Micah Morris got hurt today, so he's another guard that got hurt.
He was in a tent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that Michael Jordan guy, he's got a lot of experience. I wonder if he started 10 plus games for a few teams. He's a guy that started at the bottom of the pyramid for a lot of teams, and then when the injuries happened, he became a starter. He's another guy that maybe could go in there. So there's no if Lane Johnson was gone, I don't know. I don't think you'll be able to replace him right now.
It's hard right now. Like when they don't have the pads on and stuff, and they're not hitting. I mean, how do you judge the offensive line? I mean, like it was like the other day, first day of practice, Alicia Parks was reporting the Eagles had 10 sacks on Jalen Hurts. And today they had 8 sacks on Jalen Hurts. It's like, just because they're not blocking, they're not in pads or anything. Tuesday, the pads come out. We are going to find out a whole lot more about what's going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's just let's get the pads on for a day. William Robinson, thank you for the super chat. Hey fellas, with so much going on in the world, I'm happy football's back. I know I'm not alone when I say I need this. Go Birds. Oh man, you ain't kidding, bro. Agreed. You ain't kidding. Dan, thank you for the super chat.
Thanks.
Lane Johnson's irreplaceable. Agreed. All right, earmuff. Pumper Brian, thank you for the super chat. Would usually not overreact to touchdowns, but guys, we've had 2 games last year where he didn't complete a single pass. So squeeze me if I sound ding the alarm bells. You mean in the half? He didn't complete a single pass in a half. And like you got to go back and watch those games. It's like the game versus the Bucks and the game versus the Bills. Both games he was like spectacular, like MVP level in the first half. In the second half, I think he threw 7 passes and 8 passes in the half of those 2 games versus Tampa and Buffalo. You know what kind of passes they were? They were like 3rd and 14, 3rd and 9. Obvious passing situations. They weren't trying to do anything but run the clock out. I think that incompletion thing is such bullcrap, dude. I think it's such bullcrap.
Yeah.
The bird section. Shout out to Leo. What up, Leo? Hope you're doing well, man. I've been trying to watch the show when I can, man. Shout out to the bird section. Everybody go sub up the bird section. Great guys over there. Great guys. I look forward to having them on with us and stuff this year. It's going to be fun. Shout out to Philly 500 and Joeyshakes. Keep up the good work, fellas. The fan base needs you guys. Thank you for your service. Hit the like button. Go Birds. Thank you, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it,
man.
You too, man. And everybody definitely go check out the bird section, man. Thank you so much. Tortyville, thank you for super chat, my man. If Stowers isn't ready to be tight end 2, do we really trust Calcaterra again? Munt is more of a tight end 3 blocking type. Stowers was used like a wide receiver at Vandy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
quiet. Crickets.
It's going to be interesting. I think Munt is actually going to be the second. If Stowers can't be your 2, I think it's going to be Munt. I don't think it's going to be Calcaterra, dude.
No, I mean Munt can block. That's a good thing. He blocks really well.
I know, but Calcaterra can't, dude. No. I mean, it's god awful. It's god awful.
Yeah, and you don't want to make it obvious. You don't want to make it obvious either by putting a certain tight end in there, and then other teams are going to have a blueprint on when he's in the game. Then they're going to be running this play, and that's what you don't want to do either.
Yeah, exactly. So. Blake Hart, thank you for the super chat. He says 200 joules jamming. Thank you for the super chat, my man. What's the thing with the joules? Do you understand what that means? Like, what's the?
I think it's like it's like chat
like
points.
Gold coin.
It's like chat points. I think.
Like that's being given by YouTube. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think the more times you chat, you like gain points, and you could buy or I don't know how it goes. It's like sort of like Twitch. It's like what you do. You can do that on Twitch. Like if you're in a stream for a certain amount of time, you get points, and then you could use those points to I don't know how they do it on YouTube. It's like almost similar to that, but I don't really know exactly.
Gotcha. Blake Hart, thank you so much. 10 joules gold coin. Thank you. I just started seeing it like last week.
Yeah.
Parker to Fly, thank you. He says the Dontavian Wicks catch didn't even look human. It did. It looked like he was in midair and then took another step in midair. It was awesome. What do you think of Wicks so far?
I like him, dude. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people, especially when those pads get on. I think I think he's going to be decent. I think he's going to revive his career in a better light. Especially with Jalen Hurts. I think good things are going to happen with him as the number 2 if he could make it there. Yeah, I do.
Dude, I think Darius Cooper is making a play.
Yeah.
He's been good so far.
It's tough. Yeah, he plays tough. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, earmuffs, Joey. Brian, Pumper of Brian, thank you for the super chat. But 8 sacks is comedy, fellas. Sacks in 7-on-7 drills is wild. He can't find anyone open on 5 Mississippi. Wild stuff occurring right now. Yeah, I mean, 8 sacks. It's like I think that the wild stuff is calling it a sack, anyways. But if you're learning a new offense and you're getting used to things, holding the ball too long at practice isn't like the worst thing in the world, man. It's why he needs to play like in preseason. It's why they need reps. It's a new offense. We got to give him a little bit of leeway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a brand new offense.
Yeah, and I
give
think
it a chance.
And if the offense was doing too good, if the offense was racking it up every single day, we'd be bitching about the defense. So it's like got to beat the middle here on timing on where the team is, with this new offense. So
yeah. Muzzletron, member for 33 months, man. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to you. What up, fellas? God bless. Who's the most intriguing player this season for each of you, man? Great question, man. Thank you for the support. God bless you, too. Most intriguing person. You want to answer that first, or you want me to?
Go ahead. You go first.
So, most intriguing. I think Jaylex Hunt. I do, because I think he's a good player, but I'm intrigued by his ability to go to the next level. Like, I think we're talking megastar. Like, I think he has that kind of potential to be like a megastar, especially the fact that he was kind of handpicked by Vic Fangio. He was a safety in college, so he can do all the coverage stuff that Fangio likes. But he still can rush the passer. The guy led us in interceptions, and he led us in sacks last year. I'm very intrigued by him going forward, dude. So that would be my answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like 2. I think one, I'm gonna say it's Dontavian Wicks. Ever since they trade for him, I was like, that is such a sneaky good signing. The amount of experience that he has, especially like under Matt LaFleur the last few years, really since he was a rookie, where he kind of lost snaps over the years because they were drafting wide receivers every single year, making two big plays against us. He's been a 1, he's been a 2, he's been a 3. He's come in with injuries, and he's done a pretty good job, like averaging like maybe 600 to 800 yards. I mean, not every year, but having some good yardage. I just think he just brings so much more to the table when you get more creative with this offense. And I'm gonna say the second, like Tank Bigsby is like, he looks fucking quick. He looks like he's ready to dominate. Like it's we need to see what's going on with Saquon Barkley the next couple of years, because this might be a guy that you might want to try to re-sign. I know you don't want to put any more money into that running back position, but Tank Bigsby, like, the opportunities were missed. You rotted him on the bench last year. Every time he came in, he made a play. He not made a play. He had the ball in his hands and did some really special things. And not only a north and south runner, but elusive on around the corner. And I mean, he could do everything. I love Tank. Got to use him.
I like him too. Parker the Flesh is most intriguing to me is definitely Tariq Woolen's another good one, because he with the change of scenery, I mean, he's got the ability to be a stud and get a huge payday. And if he's Pro Bowl, like if he plays as good as Bradbury did the first year, it's going to be like, you're not going to be able to throw in the secondary, dude. You're not going to be able to.
No, that was probably the best signing that they've had this offseason. So
yeah, it was a great signing. But before we continue, we do got a quick word from our sponsor. So let's do that right now.
Let's do it.
Prize Picks is America's #1 sportsbook app. It is the best app to use while watching sports. Plus, it is really simple to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats, lock in your lineup, and boom, you're ready to go. Or if you're like me, you can check out the new team pick section where you can pick on team winning, different spreads, all sorts of different things. Plus, Prize Pick is available in almost all 50 states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Now, today, for me, we are going to operate in that team picks area, and we are going to take one of the easy questions that they offer in the team pick section. That is stage of elimination for the Dallas Cowboys. I am choosing the Dallas Cowboys to be eliminated after the regular season. That's right. No playoffs for the Dallas Cowboys. I think this is easy guarantee. That's why I'm locking it in. The Cowboys to not make the playoffs. It is, I think, a surefire bet. Now, if you like this or you want to do something similar or different, maybe you want to get back at me, go check out the Prize Pick app in the description. Download it. Use promo code HMA when you sign up and play your first $5. And if your $5 lineup hits, you get $150 in lineup credits. Play your first $5 lineup and get $150 in lineup credits. That's an insane new offer for new users. They just dropped it, but you got to use promo code HMA. Link is in the description. Get $150 in lineup credits on your first $5 lineup if you win. Check it out, and shout out to Prize Picks. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. We appreciate it so very much. Hey, one thing I wanted to ask you. Did you see A.J. Brown and what he said when he was asked about the best corners in the league?
I don't think
he said Christian Gonzalez and Patrick Surtain, and kind of left our boy Q out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's got to pick. He's got to pick them. He's got to pick his own players over them. That's just natural. He's got to do that.
I hope when when we got the when we got those practices with them, I better see fights, dude. I better see team pissed off fighting. Like I want all out war versus the Patriots, dude. I really do.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a big day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hornswoggle, thank you for the super chat. Mark my words. Eagles will have an all-time great secondary this year. Pickens and Lamb have no chance. I like it. Pound Cowboys suck. Pound go Birds. Pound Philly 500 for president. There you go. Thank you, man. We appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Rasputin's on their Cilio show talking shit about me, but I'm supposed to read his comment. We have the same trash wide receiver group we had during the Reed era, minus competent passing quarterback. He'll look for Smitty over and over. Yeah, Smitty, Goddard, But I mean, do you think you think all those guys are trash? I mean, I think you got talent with Wicks. I think you got talent with possibly Darius Cooper. I mean, who knows Holly Brown? I mean, maybe you might be right. It may turn out where you don't have enough besides DeVonta Smith. I think that's the risk with the AJ trade. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, and I think like when you and we talked about this a million times, like if you're not throwing the go ball to your 1 and 2 and DeVonta Smith and AJ Brown, like now they have to be more creative. You have to take the production you get from AJ Brown and you have to replace it with more creativity from this offensive coordinator. That's why we were special for the last few years at wide receiver, because we had a 1A and a 1B. That's what we had. And now we're kind of like every other team in the league now, where can't rely on those two guys anymore. We can pretty much rely on everybody now to make plays, because wide receiver threes will be out there. You're going to have your double tight end sets, checked outs, crossers. You're going to have everything now. I mean,
he says Wicks isn't trustworthy. I kind of get what you're saying, because I think in Green Bay he was all over the place. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's fair. I hope Joey's right. I hope he takes that next step. But I think that's fair. I think that's a fair criticism. I actually do. I actually think it's fair, because you take a risk by getting rid of AJ Brown, and somebody's going to have to rise up. And I don't know. That's why I'm not opposed to taking a receiver in the first round next year. like on the outside. Like if there's a guy in the first round, draft him. I don't care that you got 2 receivers in the first round 2 years in a row. I don't care. They're on rookie contracts, but they've got to figure it out. So I don't think that actually your criticism with the receivers is necessarily wrong. I just hope that somebody can rise up because we need that.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably say that everybody is behind DeVonta Smith. Like everybody is,
questions,
trustworthy. Yeah, even Lemon, like he's a first round pick, but we gotta see. Like we shouldn't say that, but you still got to see regardless with everybody else. So
yeah, I mean, the hope is that one of these guys capitalize or a couple of them capitalize on the opportunity. But even if you're not getting a lot out of them, if you're getting something out of, let's say, Lemon. And let's say you got DeVonta, you got Goddard, and you use the running backs in the passing game. I think you'll be all right. But yeah, I mean, we have to see how that plays out. And that's why you don't let That's why I didn't want to trade AJ Brown. It's like no.
I know.
But then you see everything that happened, and I'm talking about just from a talent standpoint. But Donald says, Makai Lemon, for me, I want him to make people who hated on him look like clowns. Go Birds, fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah, and I actually think Lemon's going to be pretty good. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be really good in the slot,
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know, Rasputin, Greg Lewis, Todd Pinks, and Freddie Mitchell were – those were really bad. Like, I don't think these guys are that bad. Like I don't think they're that bad. That's bad. That was bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll see. Christopher, you need to draft a quarterback who will actually throw to every wide receiver. I mean, seriously, what effort team doesn't utilize the slot receiver? We haven't utilized a slot since Jalen became the starter. Is that coaching? Yeah, it's coaching. I think it very much is coaching. But, I mean, to be honest with you, when's the last time – who was the slot receiver with Wentz? Aguilar in 2017?
Yeah.
That was the last. It was 2017 the last time you utilized a slot receiver. I don't think there's a slot receiver after 2017. You really had a big year. Everybody was trash. So, no, it actually goes back to before Jalen Hurts took over as a starter. It's actually before that. And I do think that's coaching. I do.
Yeah. No, it is. 100%.
Yeah. Let me check here. Check out Gruden rating of the NFC East. He picked the Eagles to win division. Extremely detailed. Yeah, I'm going to check out. I saw that was out. I haven't had a chance to watch it, though. Yeah, I think Lemon is a slot receiver. Smitty won't go below 1,206 touch. No, I don't think he will either. I wanted AJ to stay till I heard he wanted to trade. No, I know. Look, from personality standpoint, I get it. I get it. But from a talent standpoint, like on the field, I feel like you got to make sure you replace that, And I don't know if we did. If we're being honest.
Yeah, and I mean, even with the talent, even if you kept him and he had all this talent and he was just so disgruntled inside and just said, "Oh, well, I guess if I have to play," I mean, how many games do you think he's going to throw away on himself? How many times is he not going to put in effort in certain games? I mean, that's what we would have to worry about going into this year. You know what I mean? If you want to trade that badly, I mean, how many games, like even last year, like did it look like he really wasn't trying, or wasn't putting in effort?
I know. I get it. I get it. And that's the big like hiccup, It's like, yeah, okay, he's talented, he got all the talent, but man, when you with that kind of attitude, what's it matter? So I totally get it from that perspective. I do. The question now is the Eagles took a receiver round 1 in Lemon. They expect him to be good and be able to be utilized. So they're gonna have to find a way. Somebody's gonna have to rise up and claim that number 2 wide receiver spot on the outside, whether it's Wicks or somebody else. And if not, then it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue all year. McNabb choked. Let's not pretend Jalen was electric in the Super Bowl. He didn't have to do much. What do you mean he didn't have to do much? I don't understand.
He did everything. He did everything.
he did. I mean, the defense was like, yeah.
Well, I'm
was
just saying
out.
Offensively,
but you can't. I don't think you can hold that against him. And here's the other reason why I think you can't, because he played really well in the first Super Bowl as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been in 2 pressured games. And both those games are arguably his best games ever. Really.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you got to give him that kind of credit. And McNabb did choke. McNabb was a choker, no question. Darius Cooper is going to end up wide receiver 3. He might. Like he's been impressive from what I've been reading. Philly, how are you going to blame a coach for the quarterback not utilizing the slot? He's not on the field throwing the ball. Because I don't believe that the coach most of the time cared whether or not he threw to him. I really don't think he cared. I think they only cared. I mean, how come it is that you have wide receivers have 15 yards of space on the outside and they can't do a 3-yard turnaround or a quick short pass or can't adjust to the ball? Yeah, you could say some of that's quarterback, sure, but a lot of that's coaching, not putting those guys into those positions.
Yeah, and
so to me, I do think it's coaching.
And Jahan Dotson, I don't think was like the 4th option. Maybe it was the 4th option, maybe even the 5th. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, you got DeVonta Smith, you got AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert. I mean, Hurts within himself, he trusts his running at some points during that year in 24. Obviously Saquon Barkley. I mean, they used Dotson at the end of the year when there was no film on him. They calculated some things up in the playoffs, the Green Bay game, that touchdown, that was just an extended play. But that Super Bowl on a couple catches, especially the first one that got him to the 1-yard line, like nobody was ready for that because there was no tape on it. It's not that something that a wide receiver 3 wants. Like I know that Jahan Dotson had some things to say when he signed the contract with Atlanta and kind of complained about not being utilized. Like you got a ring out of it, bro. Like look at like how many times Quez Watkins had that opportunity, a guy that didn't get the ball all year, barely, or all game. And remember, like we throw him that one ball where it counted, where it mattered the most, where he could be the fucking star. He could be the hero of that game. And he choked.
Nope.
Choked.
Yep. I agree.
So,
I've said this and I'll say this again. If the Eagles go out with Mannion at as the coach, if some of the same, if Nick stays out of it and the same things persist, I will be on here and I will blame Jalen Hurts. And you can hear me say it. I will say it's on him. But I really truly believe that it was a bigger coaching problem. I think people are going to be kind of surprised how inept the coaching was for this offense. Gunny Mac, thank you for the super chat. With the injury to Grenard, do you think we bring back Graham or go with what we got? Victoria injuries can linger all year. I place Grenard on IR and give him time to heal and just bring BG back. I think that there's a chance that they bring BG back regardless, but it may happen sooner. Yeah, I think it could. And he's on the PUP list now, so I think they put him there, and he can pretty much stay there until the start of the season, and they could activate him at any time. If he's on the PUP list week 1, then he's got to miss 4 games. So I think putting him on the PUP list right now is probably the best place to put him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Thank you for the super chat. Christopher Michael says, it ain't all coaching, guys. I'm sorry, it's Jalen the effing franchise quarterback or not. You're telling me he has no say in the offense or scheme. I don't think it's all coaching. First of all, I'm not saying it's all coaching, but I will say this. No, I don't think he had a say. I don't think he had.
That's what I was about to say. There's no fun.
No,
they look fucking trapped. Like you saw the first halves where the offense had rhythm, and then that second half, you could just see the fucking body language. They were going back to that prevent bullshit that they were doing.
The Tampa game, I'll never forget the Tampa game.
Shit.
You're up 24-6 at halftime. Guys, 15-17, 9-9 versus the Blitz. They come out with the ball first. They all look like they looked like somebody died. They looked miserable, like they didn't want to be there. He didn't throw a completion second half. And it was, I believe, they were told we're going right to our prevent offense. Here we go again. And I think it took all the air out of that team because they got the second half of the Rams game where they were able to throw the ball. You saw what Jalen did. Then you got the first half of the Tampa game where they were going to be more aggressive. And I think they went to the halftime and they were told that all that aggressive, all that we did to listen to you guys was now over. We're going back to what we do. And I think the players were pissed off. I think that's when A.J. Brown asked for a trade. I think guys checked out. And I'll never forget that. I could tell at the second half of that game something was wrong.
Yeah,
go back and watch the stream.
Yeah, and I feel like when you go by these analytics in the second half, and we saw it during like one of those videos where Nick had all these analytics on when he keeps the ball the second half or doesn't turn it over or, plays pre-vet, you're not, the other team is going to get an easy win. I mean, what was it? Denver they choked against. Even the Cowboys, you're up 21-0. The second half, like you just gave it up. I mean, your best games last year was the second game against the Giants and the fucking Raiders. Those were your best games, I think, offensively, where you scored the most points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so, and a lot of that had to do with running the ball, especially in the Giants game. I mean, Barkley starts the game with like a 60 or 70-yard run. Like, I think, look, I'm not trying to, like, I know right now for a lot of people, it sounds like I'm a Jalen Hurts apologist. Although people don't realize I had people last year tell me that I was too harsh on Jalen Hurts and they could no longer listen to my show. So I dealt with those people last year. Now, early on, I'm dealing with people on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
I try to keep it fair. I believe the coaching was the main problem. I don't think it's the only problem. I think most of it was, but not all of it. Jalen has a lot to work on and fix. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I don't think with good coaching, I don't think you're going to see those things.
No, and yet he's learning a whole nother scheme this year. And not even just that. It's like, I don't get how fans can just not even just bypass the coaching staff and just attack the quarterback 100%. Like, I just don't. I just after watching 23 and what happened in 25 and hiring that fucking dunce that both of them together don't even equal to one brain cell. I mean, the press conferences, the answers. I mean, this is the second fucking time in 25, the second time where, like, when you're in a spot of trouble, like, you don't even give the play calling to somebody else. Like, you had, what's his face, that quarterback coach at least was a coordinator that could have done something. They could have done something. And they just stuck with it. And they think that making the playoffs, like, people don't think last year was a collapse. I got into fights with people that they were just like, oh, it's not a collapse. They were in the playoffs. Yeah. Because of the roster, because of how much, if it put Patullo and Sirianni on another team, they're not even winning 6 fucking games with anybody. No. Like, it's not going to happen. So yeah, we went from 9-2 to fucking 11-6, dude. It's a mini collapse.
Yeah, we were number 1 seed for most of the half of the season. It's crazy. And then they even look, dude. If you want to know, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, but you can't say we don't care about the seeding. We don't care, and then Chicago loses. It's like you got to be kidding me. Man.
Yeah, you don't even want to go for a second seed. You want to rest all your players. But, DeVonta Smith could, you're worried about the player's health so much, but DeVonta Smith gets his 1,000 yards in that last game. You had to go, what if he got hurt? Like, what if he got hurt? You look like a total idiot.
Yeah, you bring Landon Dickerson back for week 1 when he ain't ready to go. Jalen Carter plays on a hurt shoulder. He could have had that procedure, whatever, done early in the year.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, come on.
Stupid decisions.
Rocky, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Sirianni needs to have starters play in the preseason. I know that. Definitely does. Drayton, thank you for the super chat. Silver Star, thank you. Yeah, KP was smug. I want to read it. KP was smug and unlikable. Never once did he say anything smart or warrant his attitude. As a player, no way I would buy in. Plus, AJ was already crying. It was a lost cause last year. I agree. And I think a lot of guys I don't think it was just Jalen or AJ. I think a lot of guys checked out on him, dude. I really believe it. I truly believe that.
He's like, well, guys, when we get to the line, we always got to make Patulo's press conferences were fucking so embarrassing, dude.
I hate the one where I wanted to wring his neck was when he's like, well, we run the ball just to run the ball. I wanted to wring his neck. That guy pisses me off. Like,
yeah, let's on 3rd and 15, let's run an inside zone to Shipley.
It's like everybody in my chat is going, this is what they're going to do. Saquon Barkley in the A-gap. Saquon Barkley in the A-gap. Boom.
Bro, it was a cancer. It was like, okay, it took us 18 plays to get us across the 50-yard line. Then you'd have a stupid penalty that would get us back onto our side of the field, on top of special teams that put us in a bad position, like literally and on the, because the returns were horrible last year. Why Michael Clay was the first hiring so early. I don't know why they just, I don't know why Michael Clay is even still here, to be honest with you. But it was a multitude of so many things. Jake Elliott couldn't kick. I mean, it was...
Well, then they come out in the offseason with the article saying, well, Jalen Hurts didn't want to listen to the play calls. I wouldn't either. They are horrible. Jalen didn't ignore them enough. He didn't ignore them enough. It's like, oh, Jalen, he ignored it play, and he ignored this play, but we do know the one he ignored, he's throwing touchdown passes. Remember Barkley down the sideline on the wheel route? Like, I'm sorry, he didn't ignore. I would have ignored every play. Every call, I would have ignored it. That's my only criticism of Hurts. He didn't ignore enough plays. John, thank you for Super Chat. They don't trust Hurts throwing the ball simple. Well, yeah, but I don't trust. I don't know why. Because when he's asked to do it, he does it. That's what I don't get. Like, maybe you're right. Maybe they don't. But why? He does it. In the biggest moments, I don't get it,
He didn't ignore him.
Linda, thank you for the Super Chat. For the jackass in the back who says Hurts turns the ball over, Jalen Hurts is the only NFL quarterback in history to throw for 19,000 yards with only 50 interceptions. Jeez. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And thank you for that Super Chat. People who are in the middle get framed by the Jalenites and the haters. Yeah, listen, somebody, the one thing I'll say, somebody's going to be right. Somebody's going to be right this year. The Jalenites, which I'm a proud member, I don't find that offensive. And or the haters. Like one of us is going to be right. It was either the coaching or it was the quarterback. We're going to find out. John, thank you for Super Chat. Linda, he had 17 plus turnovers in 23-24. He had a turnover every game before the bye. Then they took the ball out of his hands. The O-line was crying about it. That was 4 games in. I don't even think when they were 2-2, I don't even think they were fair. Like I think they went away from letting him throw the ball too early. Yeah. Now I know you kind of had to do it because Barkley took over, and that's fine. You have to run with it. But like that wasn't enough. 4 games isn't enough time for him to learn an offense. It's not enough time. Big Dog, thank you for Super Chat. Yo, 500 Joe, he just got back from my best friend's wedding, gave the best man speech, didn't screw it up, got the whole tray of penny vodka to take home. I'm eating like a king this week. Oh, very cool, man.
There you go.
Congratulations, man, to your friend, man, and good job with the speech. I remember my uncle was the best man. He's like, I got the greatest speech, watch. And he's like, I'm like, all right. So he gets up and he goes, to the bride and the groom. That was it. I was like, that's your speech? Really? That was it. Barkley averages 3 yards of carry on the outside zone. I mean, you're judging that off of last year. What was he last 2 years ago? I would like to know what it was 2 years ago.
It's going to be shit stats for that because they barely run outside fucking zone.
They run, yeah.
Now they will.
I love you and Joey. We just don't see eye to eye on Jalen, and that's fine. I don't think he can be a legit passer. I think he needs everything to be perfect. We'll see this year, though. Yeah, hey, look, I love you, Christopher, and I respect it. We all want the same thing at the end of the day. But I'll tell you this: if what you're saying is true and it comes to the forefront this year, I will eat crow. I will eat crow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will. I have no problem with that. But I just feel like, man, when I see such incompetent coaching, in my opinion, that he had, I just how am I supposed to make an honest assessment of him? You know, that's my thing. And you know, like, yeah, Jalen Hurts needs everything perfect around him. What quarterback doesn't? I mean, Dak Prescott, they can't even hold him responsible if for like a game. They're like, oh, well, Dak didn't play a good game, but did you see all the penalties? It's like, I mean, I don't know. Every quarterback but two, in my opinion, in the league need everything perfect around them. There's two. I think there are two quarterbacks that don't. I think everybody else needs it.
Yeah.
You know? What is with this one dude, man?
Just time him out.
Time him out. What up, 500 Joey? We'll bounce back this season. I can't wait to see this team, especially if we start clicking early in the season. Watch Jalen spread the ball more since AJ's gone. We'll cook. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see.
Yep.
No. AJ's toxicity was a bigger problem than coaching, as was the O-line health. Now, you might be right about that.
There was a lot going on last year.
Yeah. Maybe Shane will get fired from the Colts after this year, and if Jalen's successful and Mannion leaves the head coaching job, we bring Shane back.
Oh my God,
that was the last legit offensive coordinator he had. He was legit. You know what I liked about Steichen and what I like about Mannion so far is they talk about like the fundamentals, the small things. You know what I mean? The footwork, those kind of things. Remember how like Steichen would always talk about like not bailing to the right, Jalen. Don't bail to the right. You can step up. You have time to step up in the pocket. And he did that. And he did it really good. But when his bad habits are coming out, he rolls to the right. He rolls to the right. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Time him out. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's on mine too. Fucking get a life, bro.
I don't get that. O-line was still ranked 7 in pass blocking. What do you want from a banged-up line? Well, I want them to be able to run the ball effectively. I mean, they did great in pass blocking, but they were inept at running the ball. And then you look at the passing. The passing offense was just really bad. It was vanilla and easy to figure out. So they might have been decent at pass blocking, but dude, their run game sucked. Way out 34th day super chat. Matt Stafford didn't win till he was with the Rams. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
Stoutland is a great development O-line coach. He's ass at scheme. Yeah, he is. He's great. I still would say this though. I agree. I don't necessarily disagree, but dude, like they shouldn't have gone behind Stoutland's back like that. Like in the game plan.
Yo, ban this kid again.
Okay. Greg Q Dave super chat. Jalen's got that twinkle in his eye, 9 act. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The big ass man, Timmy guy.
It's the same guy. It's like 5 accounts. What's
with this guy, dude?
He loves you.
He's probably Nick Sirianni's kid. It's probably Kevin Patullo in Miami. Kevin Patullo has entered the chat. Kyle, they were super chat. If you all think about it, we literally hired Jonathan Gannon of offensive coordinators. What do you mean? In what way? You mean like this year, you mean? Or are you talking about last year, Patullo?
Yeah, I don't know what
I want to know what he means. John Gruden said that same thing. Hurts is going to be under center, more play action, and it's going to be exciting to see these receivers, running backs, and multiple tight ends. Gruden sees same as us. Yeah, I think he does too. I know Gruden's going to love that. You know, there's a lot. You know, I don't know. You know, like I just want the the season to begin because I'm tired of the debate with Jalen. Like, let's go see it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You guys are right. So be it. If not, then I'm right. But I'm tired of the debate of it for years and years. All I know is I've been watching football, especially the Eagles, since the end of Dick Vermeil.
Yeah.
Only one guy was a starting quarterback that won this much and went to Super Bowls. Only one guy. And then people tell me that that's not good enough. No, it is good enough. He wins. I don't care. Winning to me, I do not agree with Cilio, and I do not agree with Mark Holmes. Winning is a Super Bowl stat. I mean, it's a quarterback stat. I believe winning is a quarterback stat. Nobody's going to convince me it's not. Yeah, it always has been, and now all of a sudden it's not. And I don't agree. It's funny because it's not a winning stat until I get told that Dak Prescott's record against the Eagles. Well, that's not supposed to matter, though. It's like they pick and choose. Winning a Super Bowl is hard. And if you have a quarterback that does it, you just don't let him go, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. Rogue says, I agree. Silly 500. We've been watching it since the 90s. We've seen bad coaching. The young fans are too analytical. They don't see what we see. Hurt passes the eye test and wins. He wins. And that was what we always wanted, Yeah, is he doing it on your channel or mine?
Both.
Hey, Philly, why are we crowning Sean Mannion to this genius who's going to fix everything when he's never done anything? So if the offense is bad this year, it's the Super Bowl MVP's fault and not the rookie coach. Well, I mean, when we talk about it and talk about ending the debate, I am making the assumption that he's going to be a competent coach. Do we really know 1,000% certainty? No, we don't. But you can't really have the debate about what you think Hurts will be or not if you're not going to at least take the standpoint of, well, the offensive coordinator's got to be somewhat competent so that Jalen Hurts could be competent. If he stinks and he's horrible, then yeah, it's a problem. Then you're right.
I know.
But I don't
there's
know.
there's only so much that goes into it as well, because it's like, is it fair that he's got to learn another new scheme this year and starting from, this point of his career, he shouldn't even be in this position. So it's hard for me to put so much blame on a guy that's got to, go from 1 year of having just the decisions that are made within the front office. The number one thing they can't do anymore is hire from within. And hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen if this becomes a successful season. Does Mannion go get a head coaching job somewhere else? There's no rule on getting promotions. They can't block it. If it's a promotion, they can't block a job offer. And that's what sucks about it. So it's like, how do you work around this now with a head coach that has no play calling in-house? It's the toughest thing to have a coach like that.
I don't know, but his press conference are way better than Patullo's.
Look, I'll give Nick. I'll give Nick credit. When Jalen Hurts was talking about the 100% alignment, zero entitlement quote, the 100% alignment is they are focused on their craft and getting better as a team. That's fine. The zero entitlement factor, I think, involved a lot with AJ Brown, because there's going to be no special treatment for fucking anybody. Doesn't matter how many Pro Bowls you have. Doesn't matter what your reputation is in the league. Everybody is going to be treated fairly and equally fairly. And everybody is going to have a chance to, thrive in whether you're in this defense or in this offense. So I think that was an explicit quote because of just how everything went last year. And I think
he took a shot at J.J. Brown.
Oh, 100% he did.
And I loved every second of it, dude.
Yes.
I loved it. It was great. Good for you, Jalen. Stick up for yourself, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a lot of the criticism with Jalen, especially from media people, is they know they can get away with it. They know he's not going to fire back at them. They know he ignores it. And it's just easy to pile on him. And sometimes, I'm like, man, I wish Jalen would say something. So I'm glad he did. Donald said, Joey, you're absolutely correct. I feel the same way. We played garbage, but the play calling was elementary. That's a good point.
Yeah. It's you either got to throw, if Mannion's got to, if Mannion could stay for 2 years, it'd be great. If I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like coaching contracts don't matter because coaches leave and like the teams owe money to coaches for like years. So, I mean, I think Sirianni signed a new 4-year after the Super Bowl he did. I think he signed a new contract right after that. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Rasputin says a win rate with minimum impact on a game outcome is poor logic. I mean, what's minimum impact? What would be minimum impact? Because I don't know how a quarterback is impacts minimal unless you're throwing like 10 times, 12 times a game. Yeah, a quarterback touches the ball every offensive snap for the most part. So I just you have to explain that to me because I don't see how Jalen Hurts is minimal impact on your offense. John Davis Super Chat. So if Brad Johnson had more winning seasons and appearances with the Bucks, would he be the same caliber, or am I missing something? If Brad Johnson had more winning seasons than what? Than Jalen? Well, I mean, I think it's very hard to win a Super Bowl, and Brad Johnson may not be Eli or like Peyton Manning. But you can't say he's not capable of winning a Super Bowl. And to me, if you have a quarterback that's capable of winning a Super Bowl, then I don't understand what the problem is. He's good enough to take you there. Oh, what's the issue? The thing with Jalen is Jalen has taken you to 2 Super Bowls. You tell me how many Super Bowls did Brad Johnson go play in? How many Super Bowls did a lot of these guys go? How many of them went to 2? Mm-hmm. Like when you start looking at that and the wins, there's not many guys that have done that, and I think that got to mean something.
Yeah,
I don't look at Brad Johnson and go, "There's a trash ass quarterback." I look at Brad Johnson and go, "There's a decent quarterback in the NFL who was capable of winning a Super Bowl." That's how I look at him. I look at Donovan McNabb and I say, here's a great quarterback that choked in the biggest games and couldn't win a Super Bowl. I think there's a difference between winning in the playoffs and being able to win a Super Bowl and not. I don't think every quarterback can win a Super Bowl. I don't think if you get Dak Prescott and put him on the Eagles team when they won a Super Bowl, I don't think they win. I don't think all quarterbacks are built the same and built in certain moments. So you may get Jalen Hurts doesn't put up huge regular season numbers. That's fine. But he may win a lot of championship games.
All right. So we sacrificed from one quarterback in Carson Wentz that pretty much had like a really good throwing arm. It could get a 4,000-yard season, but you sacrifice that for a guy that's way beyond his years and has maybe less of a throwing arm, but has a really good mentality and works well with guys around him. And, they stick with what works with this offense. Just like, I think last year with the Steelers game, what was it like last year when I don't know if it was 24, the Steelers game where they were barely passing the ball. They were just running the ball all the time. And they kind of challenged him at the passing the ball and they did it. So I don't even go through any of this stuff at all because I just think it's a waste of time, and the statistical people that just that's all they want from it,
Yeah.
But
yeah, I always find it funny that when you get to the playoffs, the quarterback's statistical numbers come down. They come down and they look more like Jalen Hurts' numbers in the playoffs. But unless you're losing, but most of the time when guys win in the playoffs, they're not throwing 40 times in a game. I think Jalen Hurts is built for playoff football, deep runs. I think that's the way it is.
Yeah.
He's not the most prolific passer. He has his flaws. And despite everything, he's going to continue to have some flaws. But he's more than capable of winning games and going to Super Bowls. Yeah. I can live with that, dude. I can live with that. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Linda, thank you for the super chat. Eagle fans want a quarterback that wins, not one who will throw 4 interceptions in a game of his life and have only regular season success. Go be a Marino fan. There you go. Yeah. When has Josh Allen played as badly as Hurts in the divisional round in 24-1? 24 divisional round. That was the choke year, right? That was the year that the team was 10-1 and collapsed. I mean, dude, that game versus Tampa was already over. It was over.
Yeah,
before
first quarter
it
was
even
over.
Started.
Yeah,
I even said before the game, it's already over. I said the game's over. The Tampa already won. That team quit. How can you possibly really look at that team and look at Jalen Hurts and evaluate him on that team in that collapse? They were lucky they couldn't even beat the Giants. They couldn't beat the Cardinals. They were 10-1 and collapsed. It was like, that was coaching, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an impossible, season to look back and actually make a fair judgment of Hurts. I think the whole team quit. You want to say Jalen quit? The whole team quit on those coaches. That's what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this guy's so annoying. I've been alive since 2006. I Philly only won 2 Super Bowls. Catch up. Oh, it's happening. Don't worry. It's happening. Again. Don't worry. We got plenty of time because you ain't winning a Super Bowl anytime soon. If I read his comment, will he stop?
No, just kick it.
Philly D says, it wasn't even a sperm cell and talking about the 1900s. Laughing my ass off. Also, why are people so worried about Jalen struggling in practice? Did we forget how this defense made the best quarterback in the league, Mahomes, look like in the Super Bowl, and he wasn't learning a whole new system? Yeah, that's true. And plus, remember when they made the big deal out of Jalen Hurts not throwing interceptions? Remember, there was like, he didn't throw any interceptions. And then it's like he goes into the first game versus Green Bay and throws like 2. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I know. And slander.
Yeah, exactly. You guys see Landon Dickerson shut down the report of him retiring. Did you all see that? Basically, that report was fake. Same for Cam Drake. Yeah, I did. I did see that. Dude, I can't do it with this dude. Like,
yeah, what the fuck's up with this dude?
I don't know, man. This guy needs like a girlfriend really bad. Hey Joey, I got PS5 now. If you got any games we could play whenever you're free.
No, I got nothing because my PC's at Best Buy right now. I had to turn in my PC today, unfortunately.
Yeah. Why is he saying Batman has a big? I don't know.
You must have, maybe you said that or something, and he's just maybe. Did you say Batman has a big ass?
No.
Yeah.
Why would I look at Batman's ass? This don't make any sense. WP makes up shit. They love the drama. Fake ad radio station. It's true. It's true. The divisional round against the Rams in 24 season, he had 7 sacks at his safety and got the W. That's raw certain. That hurts. Clutch game. That's the game. But he also, if I'm correct, it was snowing in that game, right? He started the game. He makes a big run. Starts snowing that game where the weather is really, really bad. And he hurt his knee. Remember?
Yeah.
He hurt his leg and he hurt his knee. So, yeah, I mean, you want to look at that and say the team helped him there. That's fair. That's fine. But the next week in the championship game, he destroyed Washington, destroyed the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Rasputin, it's an interesting debate, and we'll find out. We're going to find out who's right. I really truly believe that at least we'll be able to come out of the season and say, I say, hey, you know what, Rasputin, you were right. Jalen isn't the guy. Maybe. I don't think that'll happen, but I'm just saying, for argument's sake, I think somebody's going to be able to come out and say, yeah, you're right or wrong. Because I think if Nick is backed off, I think he will. Jalen Carter saved him. You know, I mean, and that was that game. I mean, hurt his leg. The snow started, and clearly, you know, you look at a guy like Stafford. Even Stafford had problems throwing. It took him a while, but Stafford has a bigger arm than Hurts. So it's not surprising to me that he was able to make some throws at the end of that game. But I mean, that's a tough game to throw in. I mean, we're really going to kill him on that.
No, definitely not.
Remember when they performed the dumbfounded alacrity motion in Dallas? Oh, God. That Dallas game. What are your top 3 games that you're most excited? Both of you, 3 games, and you can't say y'all for a short answer.
This year?
3 games?
To me, it's always. I haven't looked at the schedule in a while either.
It'd be. I would say Rams, Seattle, and Chicago.
Yeah, that little short stretch. Seattle.
Going into Chicago, and if we can win, that would be huge. Yeah. Seattle has owned our ass, and you know, we have no business picking the Eagles to beat Seattle right now because they have owned us, and then we have owned the Rams. You know?
Yeah.
Argument is he can play bad and win, and that's not the case for every quarterback. Well, I think that, you know, you get some quarterbacks that everything has to be perfect. The one thing with Jalen is it doesn't have to be perfect all the time. He can struggle, but when he's got to find the big moment to pull out a game, he can do it. I don't know. I'd rather have a quarterback like that than a guy that's only good if everything's perfect, like what the Cowboys fans claim Dak is. So, you know, I mean, we'll see. I don't look at that as a total negative.
Yeah.
Right back at you, Van Helsing. Nick Davis super chat. The dude literally trolling with 6 accounts. I mean, dude, how do you make that many accounts?
He's back here again.
The thing is I'm just going to keep banning him. Eventually, he's going to run out, right? I mean, he's got to run out of mommy accounts at some point. I understand there are reasons why we played bad. The point is that it is a luxury to be able to do that and win. Josh Allen had 4 postseason losses with 100+ passer ratings. Look, I'll say this about Josh Allen. I'm not ready to say Josh Allen is a complete choker yet. Like, I know people try to say that about him. I'm not willing to do that. And my main reason is because one of the greatest games I saw was the Chiefs-Buffalo game. He gave Buffalo the lead. He gave them the lead at the end of the overtime. He gave them the lead. He went off with the lead. I can't say a guy that does that in Kansas City is a choker. So I'm not willing to say anything bad about Allen yet. I think Allen and Mahomes are the best 2 quarterbacks of football. I'm not saying anything less than that. I think they are, you know. But if I have to say who are the biggest winners, I'll say Hurts and Mahomes. Yeah. Van Helsing, thank you for super chat. See, you stopped regular pinky up. Love you guys. Did I? No, I never. I don't know if I did or not, but you know, we'll be all right. Linda, thank you for super chat. To be a Dak fan and good, he'd be good and lose, and then it's everybody else's fault. For Jalen, everything's Jalen's fault. For Dak, everything's everybody else's fault. It's crazy. You know, I miss Greg's. Let me see. Greg, I apologize, buddy. I didn't mean to miss it. Thank you for the super chat. Composure, the ability to always exude confidence from the quarterback position is invaluable. Joe Montana never put up big numbers. Expert game manager. Yeah, it's a hard, and not every quarterback has that ability. It's true. It's 1,000% true. Anyways, I think we're going to end this here before my man runs out of accounts. He's slowing up, so he's having to make more. You notice it's taking him a little longer.
He's got to log out. He's got to log back into something else.
Yeah.
Make another email.
Yeah. To be fair, you haven't trashed on. This is more dedicated to card carrying Jalen. I still think he's Brady. No, I don't. I'm not saying that. No, I never said that. Yeah. And I think Allen. Like I said, I'm not willing to say Allen's a choker yet. I'm not going to say it. I saw that. I mean, that Kansas City Buffalo game was ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining us.
Yeah.
And we appreciate it. And one thing you can take out of tonight's show is that Batman has a big ass, because that's the only thing everybody's going to remember. And yeah, we're good to go. But thank you guys for being here. We'll be back next week. Yep. No practice tomorrow, so we're off. And then Monday, the Eagles are back. Tuesday, the Pads are on, and we'll see what happens. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for the discussion. I love the debate, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. But with that, we are going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great, great day. Love yous. Peace out. We'll talk to yous. Bye.
Bye.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad!
No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott!
Trying to feed him.
Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking it. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.